Good morning. Yesterday we got into Morganfield about 2. Checked into a motel that we thought we were going to be staying at. Dropped some of our stuff off and then went out to go check on the camper. Everything seems fine with the camper except for a little wear in one of the corners of the canvas that covers it. There wasn't any snow on the ground. Today that's kind of a different story. We've got some snow on the ground. It all started last night about 10 o'clock. So we thought we were going to stay at this little motel. It was like the only motel that we could find with any vacancy. But once we got in there, we found that there were some creepy crawlies in the beds, and we decided that wasn't for us. So right then and there, we started looking for more housing. We just happened to look on Google Maps and found this really cool place. It's got about 8 to 10 cabins. Little town called Sturgis. So that's where we're staying. We're in one cabin and the kids are in another cabin. They each have kind of a little kitchenette deal. They all have hot showers and bathrooms, so it's good enough for now. So anyway, the owner, he has a double wide trailer that he's going to rent out to us. So it looks like that's probably where we're going to be staying for the rest of the time while we're here. He did say that if we like, we can get our camper from where it's at over in Moffett Lake and bring it over here and park it right next to the double wide if we like. That way we'll have a little bit more extra room, and I can even work on it if I want to. So the temperature right now is 1 degree. Maybe 0. Yeah, it's 0 now. Alright, so 0 degrees. Everything is pretty much frozen up. Winter Storm Jared, I think is what they said, or what they're calling this thing. I know in Iowa it's way into the negatives. Last night it was like -10 at 10 o'clock. But so it's got to be way worse right now. Hey guys, and welcome to another of Switching to Plan B. We're here in this glorious day, freezing cold Morganfield day. It's a little bit rainy. We are taking the Green Ghost and the Red Raider, and we're getting new tires on the Raider. We're going to be driving a little bit.
We're also trying something that we haven't tried before. The teenagers are in front of us driving.
Ha!
This should be interesting. Great.
I just pulled out in front of somebody. Great.
Unfortunately, my contract got canceled, so we're heading to Florida.
Going to Flo. It's only 30 degrees here, and it's rainy and cold and wet, and we're kind of tired of it, so we're going to go warm up a little bit. I guess it's 70 degrees, so we may head to Santa Rosa Beach, and maybe, don't tell the kids this, we might even go to Key West, but our major plans is to clean out our storage unit there, kind of sell some stuff, hopefully. That'd be cool.
Because we have too much stuff all over the place, and it's just kind of crazy to have it everywhere. We're minimalists. We don't need crap. Stuff, it's stuff. We don't need stuff. It's hard to travel with stuff. And some people will ask, do we have a plan? Yes and no. part of the fun of doing what we do is being able to just go. Just kind of pick a spot on the map and go. What are you trying to get his attention for?
Can you text him and tell him to turn his headlights on?
Yeah.
Well, we were kind of planning on being here just a little bit longer. Things happen, and that's kind of part of being a traveling nurse is you're not always going to stay the full contract. Sometimes the facility brings in other nurses or they hire other nurses, and so part of being a traveling nurse is sometimes you get canceled for one reason or another. It's not necessarily something that you've done wrong. It's just the facility's overstaffed or they can't afford you. So it happens. This time around, we just got canceled a couple weeks early. No big deal. This is why we take that really good money and you stick it away and you save it, just in case something happens. It's cool for us because the last couple days it's been really rainy and cold, and we want to get out of the cold. We want to get back to the coast. It snowed a couple days ago.
Snowed and ice.
Yeah, we got
horrible.
We got 6 inches of snow.
We did not.
Yeah, we did.
What? Oh, okay, yeah. 6
And it
inches.
melted that night, but
Ice was on top of that though, under it or something. It was horrible. We just don't like the cold, and this is nuts.
so came at perfect time. We're kind of getting antsy. Want to get on the road again, go explore some more places, and live. So we get to do it.
So what do the kids think about it? They're excited. They're so excited. They're loving it. They're ready to get back to the RV and do our thing.
And that's kind of cool about this time around is we were able to rent a 3-bedroom double wide trailer for really, really cheap. None of the other campsites or RV places are open this time of year here in Kentucky. So we've been able to get Homie out of storage, do some work on it, remodel it a little bit to kind of help to make the kids a little bit more comfortable when we finally do get back into it. And so it's been kind of nice. It's been kind of cool to spread out a little bit and get some work done on it.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that we've done on it?
We wanted a ladder for her bunk area, so we added a ladder to it. What else have we done?
So we added a ladder. We moved a bunch of shelving around, so now the kids kind of have their own shelves in their own bunk area. We're getting a couple TVs, personal TVs for them. We improved their privacy. We built some curtains. What else have we done? Oh yeah, we've taken down some gross looking.
Oh, the valances.
Yeah, the valances.
They were bad. They were so horrible. But I mean, yeah, we've had the RV for what, a year, almost a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, that was cool.
Yes. For almost a year, and we've waited to do. Wow. Look at all that flooding. Yes, that's insane.
That's kind of what we're talking about. We want to get out of here.
So, on the travel nursing front.
Let's go on our rant.
So, travel nurses, protect your license. If the facility looks bad, well, as a travel nurse, we go into facilities that usually have staffing problems. It's one of those things. That's why they have agency in, or so they call it. That's why agency is there.
That's why they pay you so well, because you go into a facility that's chaotic and you try to make sense of the chaos. Slide in, do your job, take care of people.
Yeah, don't go in and try to change the world.
Yeah.
They're that way because they don't like the change. Just go in, just go do your job. But on that front, if it's not in your contract, save yourself and don't do it. But be polite in saying, hey, that's not in my contract.
If you find something in that you kind of question if it's outside of your contract, talk to your recruiter. Find out if that's your recruiter or your company, and find out if that's if they're doing something kind of shady or if they're doing something right. Sometimes the facility may have you do something just because they have nobody else to do it, and they're paying you a lot of money. They're paying you maybe double of what they're paying their other nurses, so they think you should do double the work.
Not cool.
Not cool at all. Check with your recruiter, make sure it's all kosher. Sometimes the recruiter will have your back, sometimes they won't. Sometimes you're mistaken, sometimes the facility is mistaken.
Now, if it's not in your contract and your recruiter doesn't have your back and your agency doesn't have your back or the company, then it's probably time to move on and find another recruiter with another agency, because your license is very important.
It's not always a good idea to just walk out of a contract, but sometimes to protect your license, to protect you, sometimes it's best to just move on.
Yeah. But ultimately, if it says one thing in your contract, go with what's in writing. If your pay is not right, don't stick around. If some company if you're working your butt off and they promise you something and then they don't follow through with what they told you that they were going to pay you, there is no reason to stick around. None at all. You work your tail off for what you're making. Yeah, it's a big world, and nursing and healthcare in general isn't easy, but it's rewarding. Be honest, be reputable, and have a good time. I mean, because all the places that I've been so far, I've had a good time. I've met amazing people, amazing patients, and it's been good. I've learned a lot at each place. With that, we will see you next time.
Thank you, guys. Needless say bye.
Needless say bye.
Bye.